Alafia. I'm Philip John Nymark, the founder of the Ifa Foundations of North and Latin America, and welcome to the definitive reading for the year 2010. The Ifa Foundation has been doing yearly readings and offering them at no cost to the public for over 35 years. We utilize the exact same proven, logical, mathematically perfect divination methods that have been utilized in Africa for over 8,000 years. The outlook for the coming year is hopeful rather than discouraging. But it's hopeful in ways that are very important to understand. Hopeful that in what will be an ongoing, slow economic recovery, that the foundations that we have put into place during the difficult year 2009 will allow us to continue to build upon a set of renewable, genuine values, not the artificial values of money, toys, constant distractions, constant social pressures that created the problems and the issues that caused the economic collapse of 2009. Instead, the values of love, health, family, and family not only in the context of now, but in the context of the past, the shoulders of the ancestors that we all stand upon, will be the most meaningful connections and areas of development in this coming year. This is not to say that the coming year won't be financially more productive. It can, will, and should be if we do the right things. But the overall theme that was begun several years ago in our yearly readings continues not only unabated, but with even more strength and force and insistence, that in the process of surviving the difficulties of the last year and a half, we should not look to go back to the way that it was before the rug got pulled out from under us. We should look to go back to a time where important things could not be affected. It is quite clear that we must learn to build upon those basic, important, eternal values that have always supported the Ifa structure. The values of home, the values of health, the values of spiritual and emotional growth, the values of family and children, not the values of the new big flat screen, the new big house, the new flashy car. In that regard, you take a look at the reading for the year, and the operative Odu for the year is a very powerful Oshe Gunda, an Odu that speaks of prosperity, an Odu that speaks of prosperity in the Ifa sense, not in the it's all going to be fine and go back to the way that it was sense. Prosperity in Ifa was first and foremost having enough money to take care of yourself, your family, and those you love. But the prosperity came from that love, from that family, from your growth, from your accomplishments, from your involvement not only in family and friends and community, but in the planet and the world that we lived on. That was always understood, inherent, and part of the Yoruba message. And so this year, it's important that we use more joy, more exploration, more curiosity, more movement in our temporal everyday side of our lives. That we rediscover that feeling good for the right reasons and carry that over into our everyday activities. And on our emotional spiritual side, it is a strong call to use the energy of Ogun, of focus, refusal to be distracted, hard work, in order to get the greatest benefits in the potential for our spiritual growth, as well as our meaningful emotional relationships, which play such a huge part this year. And within the context of those two things, the reading indicates that we will have some difficulty in maintaining that. And that the reason for that will be our inability, unless corrected, to maintain calm, clarity, focus, and intent in our everyday life. Indicating that it will be difficult, and indeed it is difficult, to throw off the habits of decades of consumerism equaling happiness. So this is a year to put the love, put the family, put the relationships, put the kind of work we do into that category, and to go forward and not allow ourselves to be distracted, not allow ourselves to be twittered into another economic corner. We will also have a year that is very, very closely associated with our ancestors. A year where, on the emotional, spiritual side, that reconnection, not in a by rote situation, but by emotional connections to that ancestral energy, is key to our spiritual growth and our meaningful, loving relationships. Interestingly enough, the primary orisha for the year in helping us achieve this, in helping us reestablish our balance in part, is Eshu, or Elegua, as they say in Santeria Lukumi. And what does that mean? It talks about opportunities. This is the energy of opportunities. And it would be appropriate for me, I think, to repeat to you the prayer that I teach at Oluwo to our initiates or visitors, where we join hands in a circle around the incredibly massive, beautiful Eshu created by Vassa. And we ask this energy to open our paths and doors and roads and opportunities that will be positive in our lives and the lives of those we love. And equally to protect us from those opportunities which so often deter or totally remove us from our path and our destiny. There's so much more to 2010 years reading than we have space for here, and that's why this year, for the first time, we're offering you, at no cost, an extended copy of this reading, along with the information on all the other orisha, the parts they play, the kinds of connections you'll have to make in order to retain, regain, and maintain your balance through the coming year. It's free of charge. All you have to do is fill out the form beneath this reading, give us your name, mailing address, your email address, and we will send the full copy to you as our gift for what should be a better year for all of us.